Hi, my name is Jim Britt. The process I'm about to share with you is something I've used to make millions of dollars as an entrepreneur, attract my ideal partner, and bring untold joy into my life. It's not a secret formula, a get-rich-quick scheme, or any type of business opportunities. There's no drugs or self-help mantras involved, and it doesn't even require that you change your daily routines, although that's exactly what you're likely to do. What I'm about to share with you is one of the things that has enriched my life beyond belief, and I hope it'll do the same for you. Now, I have to warn you though, what you're about to learn may cause you to question some core beliefs about yourself and how you function in the world. If you do what I tell you in the next few minutes, your life is going to change for the better. What is it? Well, I call it the power of letting go. Now, I know you've probably heard the term letting go before, but have you ever stopped to truly think about your life and how you actually ended up where you are? It wasn't by accident that you have what you have today, your present income, or that your relationships are the way they are. As we all do, we condition ourselves to do exactly and be exactly where and who we are. The power of letting go isn't a self-help program. There's a reason why self-help, this whole craze, is a multi-million-dollar industry that gets bigger and bigger every year. The real problem is that most are designed to make you feel good for a short period of time, but then you'll cycle right back through the same old habits, same old routines, bringing you the same old results. Most people don't realize this, but all of us are stuck in a cycle. I call it an addictive cycle that relies on our natural desire to feel good. How about you? Do you ever feel caught in a never-ending cycle, feeling like you maybe have one foot on the gas and the other one on the brake and wondering why you're not getting anywhere? Then you purchase the latest self-help discovery, hoping that that'll make you maybe feel better. My goal isn't to help you feel better or to make you feel good. It's to help you achieve your dreams and live a rich, rewarding, full life. What I'm about to ask you to do is to let go of what's holding you back. The truth is that letting go might feel a little hard at first. It's like any new skill you want to develop. It gets easier and easier the more you practice it. Now, to understand how to let go, you first have to know why letting go is important to you. So to better understand, watch this short clip from a recent interview, and you'll discover why letting go is so vitally important.
So why do we keep doing these things when we know it's not what we want?
It's interesting, isn't it?
God, it's crazy.
Well, I call it the cycle of addiction. Let me explain it to you here. Let's say that we have a negative experience, and every experience we have, we attach a feeling to it. And especially something that's traumatic or negative in our lives, we attach even a stronger feeling to it. Then we have a tendency to hang on to that feeling, hoping it's going to protect us. And eventually we start thinking in the ways that we feel. And as we start to think that way, we start to then believe that that's the way life is. And then as we believe that that's the way our life is, we start our behaviors, which creates a result. And then the result creates an emotion, and the emotion feeds the original experience again. And if we don't know how to break into this cycle, we get caught in it and we can't get out. Now, I want to share with you a short clip from my colleague, Dr. Emmett Miller, an MD who specializes in mind-body medicine and emotional healing.
The various disappointments and traumas of our lives begin to program into a certain defense behaviors. We cling to those defense behaviors, at least the unconscious mind does. And it's our attachment to those old behaviors of the past that some part of us thinks will save our lives that prevents us from being able to go in the direction we really want to go in. So each time that we experience trauma in our lives, the pattern that we invent at that moment to protect us from it lingers on in our lives and keeps us attached to the past, to these neural networks that get frozen in the brain, tie up our creative ability, our power and our self-confidence and ability to love, and that's what's in this sack we're dragging with us.
See, you were programmed to think in a certain way or believe certain things about yourself, about money, relationships, just about everything. You were programmed by your family, by your teachers, and especially by your past experiences. You know, that heartbreaking moment when your high school girlfriend or boyfriend may have dumped you. It set up a protective mechanism in your mind. You may have even consciously or unconsciously thought, this won't ever happen to me again. That one moment set up a cycle where you keep love at a distance. And over time, you actually perfected the art of keeping anyone from getting too close to you. And it's the same with money. My good friend and best-selling author, Harv Eker, says that we each have what he calls a money blueprint that we have developed from childhood, basically. And if you can't seem to get a break financially, for example, it's not because the opportunities aren't there. I find opportunities all the time. It's because you have a money blueprint and you're literally caught in an addictive cycle that literally says, I can't ever catch a break financially. And if you believe you can't, you won't. But I'm not asking you to, or wanting to force you to force yourself to suddenly believe something that you can when you don't believe that you can. That kind of positive thinking and mumbo jumbo, that stuff doesn't work anyway. What you want to do is to become aware of the areas where you've been programmed, you know, your own cycles of addiction. And only then can you break out of the cycle. Now, once you become aware of the belief, thought, or feeling that's kept you in a, let's say, a financial, physical, or an emotional rut, if you want to move forward, you need to let it go. Now, I know it sounds simplistic, but letting go of what isn't working for you is the only way to make room in your life for something new, for something that you want to work. It's like trying to put 6 gallons of water into a 5-gallon jug, you know, and this is where many programs or processes fall short. Awareness does little on its own. You can become aware that you don't have all the money you want, but what does that do for you? You might even become aware of the thing that's holding you back. You may even consciously try to change your thinking process. But I can tell you from experience, if that's all you do, then nothing will ever change. There are pathways in the brain. They're called dendrites. They're like paths through a field. And these paths that get used more will grow in strength, while those that don't get used very much will kind of wither away from lack of attention. If you want happiness, you know, getting motivated or thinking positive will do little more than taking a warm bath. If you feel, you know, good for a moment, like a bath does, but it's not going to last, letting go and breaking the addictive cycle that's causing your unhappiness is the key to happiness. Look at it this way. Happiness is your natural state. Unhappiness is something that you've developed over time. Being unhappy is not the real you. It's simply the sum total of your negative experiences in life. And letting go of the old stuff is what creates the space for something new to come in, new opportunities and newer, better relationships, more money, more happiness in your life. Now, I realize that these concepts are often hard to grasp without concrete examples. That's why in my next video, I'm going to walk you through specific examples, one having to do with money issues, one with relationship, and one with general anxiety or stress. I guarantee that if you learn and, more importantly, use the power of letting go, you will experience huge and positive changes in your life. And who knows, you may even be sending me a thank you email when I'm done with this series of videos.